ranking. Collins, a transfer from Arizona State. That's Wenzel to the rim with a left-handed.
He looked like he had a clear basket, or a clear lane to the basket, on the right-hand side. Tried to flip it over to left, just not able to get enough on it off the glass.
Out front, Frogs pressure hard with Noah Reynolds defensively. Matched up on Shaqir O'Neal, the son of Shaq, for the turnaround jumper, scores that one. And an early
key on Ambrose Hilton, who always brings the energy on as SMU looks to recreate the energy they had for that big stretch of the first half where they took the large lead.
And the part that makes this SMU defense so good is they don't have to recover and rotate very often unless it's a trap that they chose to do. So good at keeping their defenders in front of them, as you see right there. But the second chance effort by FAMU, relentless on the glass. Mr. O'Neal, is that O'Neal right there?
Yeah, Shaqir O'Neal with the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled on the stick back attempt. Grew up in LA, of course, but then went to high school, or finished high school at Union Grove out in Georgia, going to the Houston area to play at Texas Southern for 3 years, and now he's at another SWAC school in Florida A&M for his first season.
He's been very productive in this one. You can see his activity on the glass, great free throw form, and getting some new life under.
Really settled down on both ends here, and they've found some things that are working. But out of the high post, Ambrose Hilton takes it to the cup.
Yeah, the beautiful baseline out of bounds there by Coach Infield and staff. A lot of action, and then led to an isolation that Ambrose Hilton read, an easy drive and hoop.
Hilton has another double-figure game. 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting. He's done it in just 13 minutes.
Yeah, just so efficient, so high motor. One of those guys, just a winning basketball player. And O'Neal is getting in his groove. Almost got the last offensive rebound, didn't quite get it. Almost exhausted, just getting a quality shot. And next thing you know, they are racing down the floor, make or miss. Wanted to get it up in 4 to 7. Getting it up in 4 seconds, I think 3 or 4 seconds. Getting a shot in the first 7 seconds if they can. Little old school Mike D'Antoni philosophy with the Phoenix Suns when Steve Nash was two-time MVP.
O'Neal going glass. He gets an and one with that right-handed drive against Trey Orr. The SMU Mustangs, though, the 7-second rule.
Fresh legs and get whatever spark they can offensively. Quick find inside. Beautiful play. Set up. Couple more possessions in this first half. Florida A&M trying to get past 20 points in the opening 20. Lewis over to Hendricks. On the right side, O'Neal with 3 fouls, but still fighting through contact to get the bucket.
Really nice Euro step into
to begin this half. 15-0 run once again to begin the first half. It's been those 3 stretches for Maryland that have lifted this to a 39-point lead with 13 to go. There's Shaqir O'Neal. Before it could go, Queen took it away, but 15 Marquette right here at Xfinity Center on Friday night.
It's hard to overstate how it'll be interesting.
And there's a ton of tests down the guy, Braden Pierce. 7 feet tall, 245 pounds. The redshirt freshman getting his first action tonight. Inside, O'Neal. We've seen that one before, haven't we? Florida A&M's been in the bonus for 40. Sotel at the top of the key, wearing number 30. Always get a big roar when those two come in.
Overhead soccer bounce pass.
That was Luka-like, for sure. That was something Luka Doncic would do.
The Slovenian with the long bounce pass.
Oh, well, that's why. Slovenia.
Shaqir O'Neal.
Those players work together offensively. The ball went into the high post against the zone, sprayed it out, knocked it down.
5-0 advantage. Rattlers on the season averaging 71 points a game. They've been outscored by nearly 18 points a contest. They have been on the road quite a bit against some high major teams. But there's O'Neal, who had a solid ball game the last time out, a career high. 6 on the Rattlers. Shefflin getting a breather. Feed inside. Foster, 6'6", but he plays so much bigger in his stops at Monmouth and Illinois State before arriving here this season.
And that's where I think Miles Foster can really help this team, when he can catch it close to the basket, where he can get to that right shoulder and score the basketball.
Off the glass for O'Neal and one.
Shaqir to get to that right shoulder, but then on the other end, Florida A&M wasting no time, pushing the ball quickly in transition. O'Neal able to knock down that three.
2 banked threes on the night for the Florida A&M team. O'Neal's a 36% shooter from long the opening half.
And those 2 banked threes as a staff defensively, Clemson, they know that they've contested those threes. They were fortunate to knock them in, but you got to continue to get your hand up.
O'Neal after Charles forced the turnover. Rattlers go up by 3. O'Neal scored 26 his last time out, managed just 2 against Florida.
To me in this poll as we think about these Thanksgiving week tournaments, we've had some teams have some big wins, but particularly the Louisville Cardinals, who are playing right now in that championship game, off to a great start under first-year coach Pat Kelsey.
Dominating the then unbeaten Indiana Hoosiers. Backdoor, and O'Neal quiet so far after he scored 26 against Trinity a week ago, but a pretty
to the point column with his first bucket.
And that was a great up screen there by Mason Madsen. That was supposed to be pick the picker, where you pick a big guy and a big guy picks for you. And that shot's supposed to kind of go to Mason Madsen, but terrific up screen for him to spring the big guy for an easy basket.
First FAMU points courtesy of Shaqir O'Neal.
Not much execution. There's been not much drop off by these running youths in the second half, especially at the defensive end.
FAMU just 3 of 16 from the field since we got the second half started. Lewis, Eatman not a threat from out there. Matthews with a hand in his face. Eatman on the offensive glass. Here comes O'Neal slithering in for the putback.
How about that? I would double clutch here. Nice pass from his teammate. Went up between 2 big defenders. Great concentration and a great completion.
Gabe Madsen tees it up. In and out.
Gabe Madsen, by my count, only needs 35 more made threes to tie Nick Jacobson for the all-time leading three-point shooter in the history of running youth basketball.
Big 12 opener. Catchings for 3 from the corner. An air ball. And here come the Rattlers.
I like the Rattlers' intensity to start the game. Talking to Coach Patrick Query, he said the one problem they had up at Utah was elevation. They came out, they played really hard. He felt like they ran out of breath a little bit as they were trying to push the ball up and down the floor.
O'Neal gets it to go down, and it's 7-2 Florida A&M. The Rattlers were picked 11 from the top. Under 10 here in the first half. O'Neal for 3, up to 2 on the line. So the scoring drought ends with Shaqir O'Neal's 2-point shaking his hand in my hand, disappeared in his. Just flat out disappeared. And there's his youngest boy knocking down the shot.
Yeah, and he was coming down as the trailer and called for the ball, confidently steps up and knocks that down. And they're both on the floor at the same time. They're not just spot-up jump shooters. They are very, very good spot-up jump shooters. But they have a great way of making buckets in and around the key and around the big guys inside. They're not afraid to take it to the basket.
Now on the foul there, as a 3-point shot goes down, and a chance at a 4-point play for Florida A&M, and that's where we will resume after the timeout. 7:34 to go. 28 and Villanova will open next season at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That's the direction that Kevin Young's taken the program. A lot of excitement for the future. In the here and now, it's O'Neal completing the 4-point play. He missed shoot-around earlier today because he was back at the hotel taking a test.
Yeah, I love that. Coach's like, hey, I had a test. I don't even know what was in, but you got to do your schoolwork.
Spencer, what do you got?
Now, if you remember last year when Dallin Hall and BYU played against Cabo Queta when he was playing for the University of Utah, after the game, Dallin said very publicly, well, he's not easy to play against. And so when BYU found out that he was interested in coming and joining the Cougars in Provo, Dallin said, I'm just glad I don't have to play against that dude again.
O'Neal!
And you see the athleticism of Shaqir O'Neal.
10 points, the steal and the dunk. caught catching's asleep.
Just to do an easy layup.
and just charges.
It's like everybody else just let him do it.
Young, guarded by Newton. Young off the Eatman. Eatman passes to O'Neal. O'Neal half spin, guarded by 2 Tigers. Coach Jackson.
Nobody challenged him. Nobody even tried to take a charge. They just let him do it.
Exactly. When you're able to kind of slow down, hesitate just for 1 second, it makes everybody just look off for a second. But I think in that situation for the Rattlers, you can't look off the person with the ball. It's allowed him to hit both of his free throws just to keep a mental check for him. Newton. Burnett to Stevenson. Stevenson to Newton. Back to Burnett. Burnett finds Ross. It was deflected. Shaqir O'Neal driving right.
Ooh, foul.
He had nothing but intentions of finishing strong, but he was met by the lengthy defender, Mr. Ernest Ross himself.
It looked like he wanted to dunk that.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to. The way he got up.
But Ross made sure he was not able to do that. He risked his body to get that foul because he wasn't going to let him dunk like that.
Hey, sacrifices, they pay off to people who make good decisions, and I'm not too appalled with that.
Even though O'Neal did just secure his first free throw shot.
That's actually going to be, this is his second attempt, so he now has 2 points now in the game. Grambling 3 of 4 in their last 4 shots. Florida A&M 1 of 5 in their last field goals. Burnett tries to flip it quick to Easton, but it's met with the ball. O'Neal takes a contested right-hand layup.
Bilal Abdur-Rahim gets to a spot, can't score it. Yeah, with the offensive rebound, gliding, can't score the second attempt. And now a chance to run. Shaqir O'Neal, yes, sir. First field goal of the day for the Sun. As this contest has come to a screeching halt, a lot of fouling. Florida A&M trying to get the basketball in. Matthews, O'Neal, yes. Another bucket for Shaqir O'Neal, his second field goal of the day. He now has 9. Florida A&M just gets the ball in. Now Sterling Young, always so calm under pressure. Coffee. O'Neal, and he's fouled going to the rim.
Very active from Shaqir O'Neal tonight. Good cut to the basket. Ball was lobbed to him, but he was fouled on the way in. But great activity.
That foul's going to go on Lorenzo Downey. And so for Downey, he now has 3 personal fouls. And Shaqir O'Neal at the charity stripe. O'Neal, transfer from Texas Southern. Of course, his dad is Shaquille O'Neal, the Hall of Famer. That's why he decided to go to Texas Southern initially, and now has moved to Florida A&M, where he's found a new home, and he's played more often for Florida A&M, been able to really have an impact.
And Coach Crary believes in him. He believes in his skills.
Real dangerous as A.C. Bryant leaves that short. Some subs coming in. Miles Hall has come on the floor. Milton Matthews kicks out to Shaqir O'Neal. Bang! 23-point lead.
And that gets Coach Crary excited. He's over getting the crowd up. That's his type of ball. That's his style of ball. He loves to see that. Great feed out to O'Neal. He positions his feet. Nice shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Shaqir O'Neal shoots and makes the 15-3 for Florida A&M. And off this excellent look from Milton Matthews. And that's a timeout for Florida A&M as they will potentially get some subs in right now. But we talked about the three-point shooting coming into today, along with Jordan Chapman to help release the pressure. Leonard Taylor now to Coffee. Press is broken. And now we'll try to run these final couple seconds off the clock.
Yeah, I think Alabama A&M was just pressing full court to try to.
And Shaqir O'Neal is called for the technical foul. As
Coach Crary high-fives him. Oh, Shaqir's probably like, I'm just dunking like my daddy.
you see the little pull-up. And the fans letting our official hear how they feel about it.
All the way out.
Yes.
Like if you do this, they're not going to call it. But if you do that, if you
let me explain what happened too. Dwayne Posey was trying to post up.
Offline. Shaqir O'Neal with the rebound. Shaqir upstairs. Count for 2.
This is basketball physicality.
Okay.
Prairie View's a little different.
Texas Southern trailing by 3. McClain with the basketball. Back to Hunter, back to McClain. Dribbling with the right hand. McClain, Jackson Posey. Tiptoes upstairs. And the ball is Texas Southern 15, FAMU 15. 10 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. First half of play here. Sterling Young for Florida A&M with the basketball. Back to Jameen Charles. Shot is up. And Shaqir knocked it down for 3. And welcome back to the H&P Arena. So Jackson Posey's got to take us home. 61-61. Inside to Shaqir, and O'Neal is fouled.
Man, Shaqir is playing in clutch moments.
It's first time, yeah.
This is the most
that we've seen him play.
I talked to his mom
at
halftime.
Good kid.
Oh, great kid.
Yep.
Texas Southern 61. Florida A&M 61.
Shout out to Kevin Freitman. He just got on. He's been busy today. He just got a chance to say it's a good game. He got on.
Amazing. O'Neal will shoot one more. Texas Southern 62.
Over to Petway. Petway drives, puts it up under the bucket with a nice up and under shot.
Yeah, he cuts that. With that shot, he cuts the lead to 13.
Oh, like you can't do simple math. I'm putting
I
up my finger. No, that's me. I'm talking to myself here. 5 minutes left to play. Here in the first half, Young back up top coming. Left side gives it up to O'Neal. O'Neal finds a lane, spins in the lane, loses it, gets it back, puts it up, and he'll go to the charity stripe with a foul from Orlando Horton.
Personal foul, Prairie View number 1. Jordan Tillman, his first personal. 16 fouls against the Panthers. Shaqir O'Neal at the free throw line for Florida A&M, shooting 2.
4 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in this one. O'Neal played some minutes, valuable minutes against Texas Southern on Saturday night. 6 points, 4 rebounds. I guess we should mention O'Neal is the son of legend. And then come back with the exciting second half. Stick around, don't go nowhere. Want to send a shout out. Oh, there's my My biggest fan, Lorenzo Porter, my son, watching me today. Here we go, left side. Edmond has it back into the middle to Matthews. Back right side, full court pressure. The Panthers, oh man, almost busted down low, and O'Neal gets 2 points.
We haven't seen him yet in the game, but at some point you're going to see FAMU roll out with Sterling Young. He's another guy who can fill up the cup really quick.
Trey Thomas missed the fadeaway. Here comes FAMU. O'Neal tries a three, and he knocks in that one. Shaqir O'Neal, the son of Hall of Famer and TNT, kicks it out. Matthews, he drives. Chapman three on the way. Off the mark. Rebound secured by Reggie Ward. Step back. Faking, get into the rack. We get him blocked away. O'Neal gets it. Trey Thomas with a stutter step there.
Shaqir looking like Shaquille at that swat, Kenny.
15:58 to go. Our first time out of the game. 7-7 is our score on the Swag Digital Network.
Grab the ball and really show that the offense needs to flow through them. Trey Thomas, an obvious candidate. Freeman as well, I think, needs to be in the mix. Although, who knows if he's still ready to play more than a few minutes.
Nice hook shot there to swirl.